Is there any topics we can talk then? Any questions?
Really, how is it that material knowledge makes proud and spiritual knowledge humble?
Material knowledge makes proud, spiritual knowledge. Who I am, me. First I must realize who I am. Maybe now in this assembly I am one of, I don't know, 20 or something. I can be big. I think I am something. But you expand a little bit on the countryside. So how many living beings, how many humans, how many animals, how many trees, they're all living beings, all souls. What position I take there? So many human beings, everybody has his opinion on the things. I am great. I have just not discovered my greatness and what to speak about the universe. How many living beings are there? We cannot even imagine the billions and billions. And what position I have in this whole universe. When I think I know something, I am intelligent, I am the highest authority, what I think this is truth. And there are billions and billions of universes. So what position I have? I'm just a tiny, tiny insignificant of the whole. And I think my opinion is very important. And I have to preach my what is right and what is wrong in this world. So this means living in the material world. But if you realize that we are really very, very insignificant, that nobody cares about us, even in the next village or city. Nowhere, I'm nothing. It is practically only in our imagination that I think I am important, or I have. And even if I think, no, I am not important, we will never accept that the Supreme will, whatever happen in this world, nobody can stop, nobody can influence it, because everything happens according to the Supreme will. Otherwise, it's questionable. I am an atheist or I am a theist. I am not accepting anyone who is bigger than me. Maybe the councillor or some politician or some rich man, He's higher than me. But he has to die, he will get sick, he will get old. It's no difference. It's all, we are living our imagination, our desire in this world with all the consequences. And we can think in our illusional state under the influence of Maya, illusion, that I have some position here, something special. But in reality, we are nothing, we have no position. I was so fortunate to meet some of these very advanced senior disciple of Prabhupada Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And I saw in all of them their humility or their position. They were living so simple. They were paying obeisance to materialists because they think themselves lower than them, or lower than, they respected the animals, trees, just living beings. And they think of themselves, what insignificant, what is my position in this world? It is nothing, I am just depending on the Lord. When one realizes that everything is guided or controlled, and we have our position just because the Lord allows us to be in Maya or illusion. Because we have the desire, independence, free will is there. So we are thinking, basically enviousness is the disease we have, because we want to become like him. We want to enjoy, we want to create, we want to be the controller. But we are always controlled, we are always, every second. Nobody can change. But he lets us believe that we are there to us. And I'm getting sick, I'm not going to God. Or I'm going to the doctor. I have money, I cannot become sick. I will pay so much that they will save me. All this is, it's called Maya, illusion. Nobody can stop birth, nobody can stop disease, old age, and death. And even if your digestion, who is controlling this? I control this. My heart beating, I am controlling this. Or someone else. That it goes on. There's temperature in the body. There's someone inside who is heating up. But we do not, all these things we have not the, we are not question it, you know. That is blinking even of the eyes, you know, breathing, if you would be the controller, then what is when you're sleeping, when you're charmed by material world? You forget to breathe, you forget to blink, you forget to digest. The heart has to go on. So there's so many things we are not under control. When the heart is stopping, what do you do? What you can do? You go to the doctor, he will save you. If you think sincerely about our position in this material world, in this temporary place, then you have to come to the conclusion, I am completely dependent on this who is creating this world, who created, where I am created by him. I am a part of him, and everything is under his control, every moment. Then you become humble. Then you must become humble. Just if your mind is working properly. If you're mad, okay, you might go on, but we are all mad, more or less. Thinking this is the reality where we are living. This is the place where we can become God ourselves, the controllers, the doers, the enjoyers. But this is something you will not hear in the Western countries. Absolutely impossible. They cannot accept. Very hard. Even India now becomes under the influence of the materialism so much. But still there are saints, they are cultivating. Now through the mercy of Mahaprabhu, many or some come to the West, or some realizing the position. It's not that when you're Westerner, that you are a different soul. We are all spirit souls. So we can realize who we are, what is our real position in this world. When we have realized, then we become humble. We must become humble. Otherwise we cannot realize. If you think, I know I can speak or I can talk to the Supreme on my level, then I have not understood anything. Yes, I don't know, I'm always coming into this more subtle and not easy acceptable philosophical understanding, but the Bhakti, or the highest understanding, you will find in surrender, in the Bhakti. Not Gyan, not Karma, not Yoga. All these things are motivated by material desires. I want to attain moksha. What is the meaning? I want to enjoy in the nothingness, in the Brahman. I, my. In India, all religions of this world, they are coming to the church, to the mosque, they're coming to the temples. Please protect me, please give me. Please make me healthy, let me live a long life. Give me this, give me that. But nobody comes to God and ask him, what can I do for you? I just want to become your servant. I want to be yours. Please, you care for me. You are the only one who can save me. No. This is Kaitava Dharma. In the Bhagavatam is said it is cheating religion. I use God for my interest. He has to support me. He has put me here, now he should care for me. Give 5 rupees and you please, I have a list. I need this, this and this. House and money is not enough, and we make business with God. We want him to become our servant. But bhakti means I have understood that he is not my servant. I am his servant. I have to please him. And this has to go deep in heart, truly. I want to please my Lord. I am not interested in anything in this world. But this is beyond, this is transcendental, this is when you attain, when you reach the platform of eternity, Vaikuntha. Beyond, you are not conditioned anymore. You will not die. You are already have made a relation with the Supreme Lord. This is the goal. And nowadays we see so many who are not sincere or who have not realized what is the goal. To attain a tiny position in the lotus feet of the servant of the servant of the servant of Srimati Radhika, or Radha Govinda, or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or Gurudev. This is the highest position. Nobody can do anything to such a person if he's not, Krishna does not want. You could accept this. It is not it is not easy. To come out. That's because there are not hundreds and thousands here who can tolerate or who can hear this. There will be always only a few, but someone who is attaining such understanding, realizing, and becomes a real devotee. They become very, very special persons, like our Gurudevs, our acharyas. They are not ordinary personalities. They have conquered birth, disease, old age, that they are not living in this material world. You may body the manifestation that we can see, they manifest in the material world. But we do not know. We know only the body. We identify with body, and we think this is the person. But I am not this body. I am not this mind even, not this intellect. I am spirit soul. I am eternal servant of the Lord. So this is our real identity. When you realize this, we become very humble. And humility and sincerity, it is said by our acharyas, is the main qualification we have to develop, not artificially. Real, in reality. Otherwise we move in the material world and we get cheated, and we will cheat others. In the transcendental world is not possible. Everything is pure. That's because of this we cannot enter the transcendental plane. Because we are going there for our, like Hiranyakashipu, he challenged Vishnu. He challenged Vishnu. We are all little small Hiranyakashipus between our ears. And the best would be I kill him. This is the pastime of the Lord. In Bhagavatam you find all these stories. Yes, I don't know, I give an explanation like I heard, understood to Bhagavatam and the Shastras, and to the lotus mouth of our Gurus, my Gurudev. And of course, we are not ready now to accept these things, but we should at least know in one day, one lifetime, we will remember this. It will come when we are destroyed and no hope, when we realize this is not the place where I can get happiness and satisfaction. At least I should know it. This is medicine. Medicine sometimes is bitter. But when we are fortunate, not making too much mistake, then we will be helped by the Lord through His pure devotee who are coming now. They are coming now, it's the time of the Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And they're giving us this gift. Some may be fortunate to accept, to take it up. Some may not. Samsaladhavana vivide lokatanaya karanaganaganatam praptasya kalyana gunanavasya vande guroshi chalanadavinda. he's giving them mercy, Gurudev, like rain coming to all. But this rain also will also fall on stone. There will not be much growing, but it comes to the earth. The earth may produce so many good things. So this is the process, and one lifetime you may remember this. It will not get lost. It's transcendental knowledge. It's knowledge who should touch their heart. And when time is coming, we will remember. And we are fortunate, we will say, oh, okay, I now understand that the goal is not that I am trying to fight here in this material world just to survive or to get some so-called happiness, temporary happiness. You have some question, Subha? Yes? Yeah? What? Friend here. Yes?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much. So let me try to first create the question. Let's say there is a child, and if you put the child in the environment where people speak German, the child will automatically learn German. If you put the child in the atmosphere where people are scientists, the child will become a scientist. If you put the child in a African rainforest or somewhere in a rainforest, the child will automatically learn hunting to survive in that environment. So the point being, the child is influenced by the atmosphere in which he or she is being brought up. First. Secondly, if I remember correctly, please correct me if I'm wrong, in Bhagavad Gita chapter 18 verse 45, it's written that the roles of a Brahmana, Kshatriya, everything is defined. So if you are born as a Brahmana, you do the activities of a Brahmana. If you are born as a Kshatriya, you do the activities of a Kshatriya, even in this material world. Now, the question is, I am born in this material world, surrounded by whatever atmosphere I am in, and now that I know that I am having to do these kind of activities based on, let's say, my education or my profession or my family lineage, what's wrong in that? I might be working as a meat cutter or as a butcher. So if I do that, what's wrong in that? What is wrong if I'm not following the 4 regulative principles in this case?
We are not cutting just one. We are not seeing the whole thing. It's like the Lord creates when He lays down in the Karana ocean. So in a half sleeping way, so many souls emanate from Him. They come to the Tasta Shakti. So in this plane, living souls do not know the spirit souls, where to go, what to do, but they can see the material plane, they can see the spiritual plane, but they cannot decide in this to go to the material. Then they say, no, I don't want. Then also, they don't want to go to the spiritual plane. So they are we are conditioned in this state. We are just tiny, insignificant souls. But it is described by Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, Brahman Vaishnava. In this book, he's explaining this. He tries to enter, because he can see what is going on in material plane. And he enters there and he knows that this, perhaps it is dangerous or something. But he tries. In the beginning, he's pure soul. So he comes and he experiences something, either as Brahma or in any position, demigod, or then he comes back and says, oh, I can go and I can come back. But once he tries more often to go there. Many go back to the spiritual plane of this, when he is breathing inside Vishnu. But some, it's like addiction, you know. He become addicted. In the beginning, he can come out and go back and understands how it works. But he becomes attached to something, like a demigod or like demon, perhaps even, because demons also want to enjoy. In the same way, we are entering the material world and forgetting, become entangled in the material plane. We identify, no, I am a demigod, I identify with this. And I forget where I'm coming from. So in this state, I develop many desires because everything is possible. You create your own world. By your desire, you enter this material plane. By your desire, you want to experience more. You may take other forms of life, you may go, but it's always your desire there. You have free will. And what the material world is, this is not all this, what we experience in this material world, or we are trying to enjoy, we have also pay for this. This is the law of this material world. There's action and reaction. This is, you as a scientist, you can prove this. Everything has comes to the desire or action, the reaction will come. So you have many lifetimes, maybe you try to, this way you are going. You come from a goodness plane, Brahminical perhaps, even, I think so. You have experience from your past lifetimes, but also you have desire to attain something in this material world. So it is goes back many. One has to see the whole of us, not just this life. It is decided by us. I got this now, and I have to also live with the consequences. Means, okay, I have attained such nice position, goodness, especially if you're like our Renga, and they are from nature, you are biased, you come from nice. You have to be careful now, because Western world, so many desires will come. It is your will. You created, or it is not by accident that you took birth as in this. You decided it. You wanted this. It is now how to go back. What do you think? What is the way?
If I believe in Krishna consciousness, then I have to
Not believe.
act.
If you decide, it is everything comes through desire. If I have no desire, why should? Then I have other desire. Desire will be always there. I have free will, complete free. But the consequences coming. I have to, by example, I want to become a puja. The lower class people, they are not thinking that this is, they're killing living beings. They will also be killed in the next life. Perhaps you should always be thinking that the desire comes from my side. Or perhaps I like to eat meat. I was a hunter, and so I will not be able for understanding this knowledge of mode of goodness. It's because of the Vedas are written. They are Puranas. There are 3 for the people who are in Dhammaguna, 6 Puranas for those in Rajaguna, 6 Puranas those for in goodness, Sattvaguna. So, and according to our desire, we take birth and we have to develop again the desire. And the Vedas help us in their mode of ignorance. By example, Tamaguna, you should kill the animal, but it should not be done openly. You should go to the forest and you give a mantra in the ear of the goat. And this mantra says, this lifetime I will kill you, next lifetime you can kill me. They are making these pujas, not thinking consciously of this, but they are ready. They are ready to do this, and they have to. They are getting elevated by this one time. They think what they are saying. You know. Next time you can kill me. Action is I kill, I will be killed also. So the result of our desire is that you are more in goodness, I think Renga and some others, they will follow a higher level of understanding. They will be attracted more to Krishna, but they will not be able to give up from one day to another day, the position they got now. Because it is a nice position in the material world if you have a good position like you have, some of us, also Subal.
I said it already 1,000 times. I am just a figure in this world executing the rules. It's not about
Executing, we are executed.
Maharaj, I have one quick question. I mean, Sri Krishna says also perform all your activities with detachment, right?
With what?
Without any attachment.
Krishna.
Yeah, but when is exactly?
Oh, maybe he may be attached. Who says this? He can fulfill all his desires. He makes the rules and he can break the rules.
Yes, well, for us, this
This is
So this is the rule which we have to follow, isn't it?
Krishna can do whatever he wants. In the same way, in us is a tiny aspect of this also there, because we are part of him. But we are not Krishna. He is the all consciousness. He can, when he thinks I go to sleep, then everything is finished. You are not existing. And when he wakes up, you are again continue. You cannot prove that it is like this, because we are not, our capacity with our brain is very limited. What was the question?
So the question is, I'm living like this, right? So I have a family, I have a daughter. In addition to that, I'm also trying to, as much as possible, to follow the temple life. But the question is, when do I know if I'm doing the wrong thing or the right thing?
Then you ask. You know when you do the wrong thing.
Sorry,
You know when you do something wrong.
Yes. But I don't know if I'm
But you do it anyway.
Yeah. For instance, not appearing here.
Who is saying what is wrong or not? This is Chaitya Guru. He's sitting in you.
Sometimes my mind overrules it.
Not sometimes, many. Most of the time. But if we are truthful, you know. So this is that we are not conscious that actually Krishna is sitting also in our heart, and it is called conscience. He is giving us advice, don't touch this, don't do this, or better not, it will harm you, or something like this, you know. But we are living in a very gross world, you know. Our desire is so strong that we don't want to hear. We're not very sensitive. So the mind or the material world, the plane, is more strong, and we are under the control of the external plane, the plane of our material senses. And this is guiding us now in this world. When we become more sensitive, then we become conscious, then we will hear the Chaitya Guru. And when we hear the Chaitya Guru and act accordingly and decide, oh, I have attained the mode of goodness, because he brings you up to a higher level. I have to accept I need some help. So Krishna will send you, Chaitya Guru will send you one person who can guide you, who can lead you to a higher level. And this is, I can again reject, I'm always free to do. There's no force from the other side. The only force is coming from the material plane. Because if I put my hand in fire, I'll use this example. I cannot expect that I'm not burning my finger. So this is your free will. Maybe you will know that it will burn me. But if you have third-class intelligence, you will try again and again and again. And always you will. Second class means you put your finger in the fire and some super soul say, don't put it, you will burn. But he said, no, not my hand. You try and you burn. Then you know, then you give up. And the first class intelligence is if Super Soul tell you, you don't put your hand in there, it will burn you. Then you hear, yes, I will follow. So this is different levels of understanding or of intellect. When I tell you will take birth, you will get old, you will get sick, you will die, we are not thinking seriously about this. Because why should I die now? I'm young, I have young family, everything. It is secondary.
Connected with the same question. Okay, we have free will, we can decide some things.
Yeah.
Okay, when I decide, I follow my Sanatana Dharma, the dharmic principles, to make the decision. Okay? And still,
I follow the...
I follow the dharmic principle.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? Not hurting people, not an ego.
Yes.
At that time of my life, I decide, okay, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And then, after going inside, when you cannot reverse, you realize that's the wrong path we took. Okay. Now,
That you are...
yeah, this is not, I should not have taken this path, let's say. And then, at this point, my karmic is playing the game, or am I gaining a new karmic cycle? This place is kind of confusing to me, basically. When am I paying for a karmic cycle from the previous life, or when am I starting new one in this new life?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is, it's a kind of fuzzy terrain when I think.
No, yeah, this is our attachment to this world we have, and to give it up is like dying. Our Srila Siddha Maharaj, great Acharya, he says this: if you want to attain the transcendental plane, then he used a Western philosopher, one line, Hegel. It is like dying. If you want to live, then some old things have to die.
Die first before you die. Die
It does not mean bodily dying. This conception, what I think, what keeps me here, what is a burden for me, when I realize this, but I cannot give it up. But this is the advice what we get is this thing has to die, otherwise we cannot go forward. We cannot cross the line, the viraja. Viraja is something like a transcendental river we have to cross, and we transform into the spiritual, we get a spiritual form. It is very easy and very simple, I tell you. But it is the most difficult in the same way. It is the most difficult thing for a human being who's got attracted in this material world to only please the senses or live a life like your scientists. You know, this is a very elevated position in the. You are not hungry, or you have everything what you can imagine. But you get attached to this to give it up. Even if a poor man, who has nothing, he is in the same way attached to these things, what he has practically nothing, but still he is attached. It doesn't matter, He cannot give it up. This is material life. This is the illusion or Maya. That's because our real Guru, he will not speak sweet words and say, everything you do is okay, nice. No, he will cheat you. Guru has to cut the knot in your heart. He has to wake you up. But this is a thing coming natural, It is not one lifetime. We have to go. We have to be realistic. It will take, like I see you wearing tilak, a Vaishnava tilak, and I saw you with the bead bag today. Yeah, in a good way. You stick to it. Even if you can cross the river, but you will not forget, you will continue next life. Maybe you already heard this many, many times, many, many lifetimes. It is possible. It's not the first lifetime that you don't think this.
Maybe first time as a human, we never know.
No. This is not from the animal to the human. You have to have already from a human developed some understanding, some attraction. You want to have peace in mind. You want to get out. When you get older, then this is increasing. Death comes close, What can I take with me? What will happen? All these things. If you live like a materialist, then we will not waste any thought about what will happen after. Maybe nothing will be there, or some heaven, or this is not this ignorance, ajnana. So we are getting late. We can continue tomorrow. But once a week is good, I think. But for the devotees, we try to remember all these things every second. And they are getting a relation to the Lord. He is a person, he is not a non-person. And when you get just a drop of this nectar, then your life is perfect. Jai Srila Gurudev, Nitya Leela Bhavistam Vishnupada Paramahamsam Acharya Statra Sri Srimad. Bhakti Vairāga